pre-season arrived and expectations were high after just missing out on Champions League qualification the previous season. Manager Martin Jol had his sights set on another top 6 finish and a good cup run.
A top 6 finish this year and do well in the cups and do well in Europe. That was probably our aim.
One notable absentee at pre-season training was Michael Carrick, who'd moved to Manchester United in a deal worth £18.6 million. But with the input of new signings such as Dimitar Berbatov, Didier Zokora and Pascal Chimbonda, the manager was confident of a good season. As the opening day of the new season arrived, Martin Jol was already finding out there was a downside to having a squad packed full of international stars.
One day before the Bolton match, they all came back from international games and we had to travel up to Bolton. So we weren't a gel team yet because in the pre-season we had to use another team. We wanted a good result against Bolton, but it was probably one of our worst games this year.
In again from Speed, another good corner, and the opening goal from Kevin Davies, and Bolton are in front.
It's a free header and he duly obliges with a powerful blast into the back of the net. Look, Callum Davenport being pulled back. Yeah, look, he's pulled back, obviously. That's why Davies has the free header. Referee and his officials should be all over that.
To yards. Lennon turning. Genus. Support from Davids. Berbatov. Defoe! First save for Jääskeläinen.
Good play, good interaction from two strikers. Great save from Jääskeläinen.
A disappointing opening result then, but the first home match of the season was just 3 days later, and big summer signing Dimitar Berbatov didn't take too long to become an instant hero with the White Hart Lane faithful.
Lee enjoying himself on the right, having spent most of last season at left back. Keane with another great ball. Lennon, Berbatov's made a great run in the middle again. Tainio's up with the attack as well. It's Berbatov who's off the mark, and it could not have been simpler. 7 minutes gone. Dimitar Berbatov scores his first ever goal at White Hart Lane.
It was about whether Lennon could squeeze a ball past probably 4 or 5 red and white shirts. And this boy at the moment is playing with so much confidence, so much belief. It was almost the simplest of tasks. It was the simplest of tasks for Berbatov, just a side foot home.
Keane. Everything he's done so far has been of the highest quality. Berbatov's header, Genus onto it, 2-0. And again, Robbie Keane was the architect, although Genus gets the credit for the goal.
Once he knows he's got half a yard there, he's always aiming to play that diagonal ball. Berbatov does very, very well. Jermaine Genus makes a superbly timed run forward just to support Berbatov, hoping to get some bits and pieces. Well, it was better than just bits and pieces.
I'll never forget that my first goal here in England in official game, especially in front of the home fans, you know, it was really nice. And after the game, when you go home and you start, you know, to picture your goal in your head and the whole game, and you start thinking it was really well, really good, and for me it was tremendous. I really enjoyed it.
Royce soon turned to despair, however, with a home defeat to Everton.
Lescott makes the near post run and was very close, but it's steered in. It's an own goal from Callum Davenport, and the 10 men of Everton lead by a goal to nil at White Hart Lane. Lennon. And still Aaron Lennon. Actually trying to take on one too many, and Osman it was that came back, and now Everton might be able to break thanks to a clever return ball from Arteta. David snapping at Osman's heel, pull of the shirt there as well. He's done brilliantly to maintain possession. Wonderful play. Phil Neville getting forward. Johnson sweeps it in. 2-0 to the 10 men of Everton. A goal made by Leon Osman. sportsman's industry in the midfield, and that's why they paid the money for Johnson.
After 3 games and 2 defeats, manager Martin Jol was hoping for a change of fortune as Spurs faced old boy Michael Carrick at Old Trafford.
We've seen Ronaldo score from here, and he's hit it well. Robinson could only power it out to Giggs, who scores! The English Premier League Player of the Month for August gets September off to a flying start.
No wall, which is very interesting, so the goalkeeper has a clear view of that ball coming all the way. They hope for rebounds, they got one. Giggs continues his fine week's work.
Nicely done by Asu Akoto. That's a good ball into Defoe. Oh, Tottenham's best chance of the match, and it fell to the player they probably would have liked to afford him to.
Great late run, wasn't it? He should have scored, he should have scored.
Ziegler. Tottenham looking for some width. Garley. In towards Mido. No wonder he's got his hands on his head, because that was another terrific opportunity for Tottenham.
After last season's 5th place finish in the Premiership, Spurs enjoyed their first journey into Europe for 7 years. First up was a tricky UEFA Cup trip to the Czech Republic to face Slavia Prague, a match club captain Ledley King was really excited about.
Happy that me and the team, the manager, the staff and everyone had managed to get the club back into Europe, and it was a proud moment for me to personally lead the team out.
Reversed by Yarolin, the captain. But again, the ball is given away very, very cheaply. And that'll be a lung-bursting run here. Terrific run. Can Tottenham get an advantage before half-time? It will be Genius! Jermaine Genius for Tottenham Hotspur. Beautifully crafted goal and a delightfully taken goal. And Jermaine Genius gets Tottenham's first goal in Europe for over 6 years.
Great goal and fantastic play by Sakura, who's been, for me, the best player in the first half, driving forward, which he doesn't normally do. You thought he might have had a shot himself, but plays it out to Genius, and a great strike.
This is second goal of the season. Sakura did all the hard work, but this is a sizzling finish from the England international, Jermaine Genius. Look at this fellow again, Sakura. He eats up the ground. It's a terrific run from Sakura. Can he apply a finish? Defoe's header should have been 2, really. Nothing wrong with the header, but it is clutched by the goalkeeper.
And look at him getting back. He's sprinting back. I mean, he really is a defensive midfield player, but he's an all-action player. Fantastic run, great ball in. That should have been 2-0.
Well, Pat said at half-time that, he really has been the most impressive figure out there. And it's a bit like when Patrick Vieira burst onto the scene at Arsenal. We were all agog at his capacity, his athleticism, and it is the same here with Sakura as well. Robinson hunched, and he keeps the first effort out, and he keeps out the second effort, the follow-up from Vulcek. Well, it wasn't bad.
Great double save. Low down to his left, pushed it away well, got up quickly. Another good save with his left hand.
Genius, he's got the ball through, it is Robbie Keane, he's 1-on-1. It might have been game, set and match there.
Great run, great ball, everything right apart from the finish. And you normally would expect Robbie Keane to just dink it over the keeper.
We knew Slavia well, but we didn't want to take a risk, and we studied the team and we knew exactly how they did, and they had a good team, but not a special team. We knew that, so we could beat them.
Back to the Premiership, and 2 difficult games followed, starting against Fulham, the first of the season's many London derbies.
Sakura. Chimbonda. Genius's ball in, good one as well. Rossini's header, Asu Akoto! Through the legs of Rossini, but he still couldn't beat Niemi.
Good deep ball in from Genius. Helped on its way by the defender. Asu Akoto does extremely well, and his shot produces a good save from Niemi.
Tenio drags it through.
Mido, the angle was difficult, but he still hit the outside of the post. It came towards Chimbonda, who got up, and it's off the line. Lewis Boamorte was the man in the right position to clear. Deep corner, he wins it, heads it back across goal. Excellent goal line clearance to deny Chimbonda and putting Spurs into the lead.
Decent game now. Gerrard. To wait for it to develop. Gerrard for Liverpool! Gonzalez! Garcia. Dirk Kuyt. He's making an impact now, all right.
Liverpool have shown just a little bit more in this second half. Good pass.
Might be more in the game for them still. Oh, and there is! John Arnerita. Even by his standards, it's a special goal.
6 games into the season, with only 1 win, the players knew improvement was required.
I think it can always be difficult. You know, you bring new players in, and you know, sometimes that can take time. Sometimes it can work out, you know, really well for you. But you know, we bring in a new left back, new right back, a new centre forward, new midfield player, you know, into the starting lineup. So you know, it wasn't going to be easy.
It was difficult times, but in football you have always these sort of things. You have a bad games, you have a good games. You know, as long as you don't give up and you try to play good, then everything will be fine.
A poor start in the league meant qualification for the group stages of the UEFA Cup was essential to keep the season on track.
Spurs getting forward slowly. There's a patient approach. Tainio. Sakura. Brought down. There's a shot! Tottenham finally seem to have secured a place in the group stages. It's Robbie Keane's first goal of the season. There's relief all around White Hart Lane. Didier Sakura played the ball forward. It was brought down by Timu Tainio. And the shot came in from Robbie Keane.
Spurs old boy Sol Campbell returned to White Hart Lane as Portsmouth were the visitors at the start of October.
Troubled Tottenham, proud Pompey. Round 7 of matches in the Barclays English Premier League. Robbie Earle, half the fun of watching Tottenham is seeing which strikers are picked. We've spoken in brief about Berbatov, but what about the pairing today? Berbatov and Defoe is what he's gone for.
Yeah, well, that's Martin Jol's choice for the day, and I have to say that's my preferred choice, the full complement of strikers. And, you know, it's interesting, managers often rotate players, especially striking partnerships, but I believe that's one area you leave it alone. Get 2 players to get them, let them get an understanding, let the team get an understanding, and give them the confidence.
There's Berbatov! And it's in! 39 seconds, Danny Murphy has his first Spurs goal! What a start for Tottenham!
Well, Danny Murphy gets the credit. We talked about the striking partnership. Watch Defoe keep this ball alive, and then Berbatov goes in for the diving header. Doesn't get as much power on, but causes a confusion that allows Murphy just really a simple task of putting the ball into the back of the net, and Spurs go 1-up.
Just to confirm what we said in commentary, 39 seconds on the watch. It's one back by Ghali, this is Sakura, and now it's Defoe. And Tottenham look to stretch Portsmouth. Sakura's continued his run. Berbatov wants the cross, it's a penalty. Sakura fouled. Pedro Mendes, the one-time Tottenham player, thinks the referee's been conned. Jermaine Defoe desperately needs a goal. And he's got one. First of the season. O'Neill. Well, lovely header, super goal. Kanu, 2-1.
Con Lahore trying to get on the end of it. Here he is! Oh, and he tumbled over.
and it's penalty kick awarded to Aston Villa for the challenge by Callum Davenport, who's sent off. Extraordinary. In the twinkling of an eye, Villa have won a penalty and Tottenham are down to 10 men. Angel's missed it again! Would you believe it? Oh, and it's an own goal! It's Juan Pablo Angel, he couldn't make it up! He missed a penalty a second ago, the corner is played in, and Juan Pablo Angel has headed into his own net, and Tottenham Hotspur lead by a goal to nil.
Well, there's a lack of communication here from this corner from Sakura. Taylor comes late. Whether there was a shout, only he will know. But Angel, he's already made up his mind what he's going to do. He wants to get there first, and he deflects the ball with his head, past Taylor, into the near post, but into his own net.
Minutes for Spurs to hold on. Gareth Barry. Gareth Barry all the way. Oh, what a strike! Absolutely sensational from Gareth Barry. And Aston Villa are level.
The opening game of the UEFA Cup group stage was a trip to the hostile atmosphere of Turkish side Besiktas.
Here's Ghali. Chance for Spurs. Hossam Ghali, second time, has scored. His first goal for Tottenham, an element of fortune. 31 minutes played, and for much of that period of time, that has been coming.
Here you can see as he goes through, he has a touch. He should have shot then, but took too long, but lucky deflection, but they deserve it. That's where he should have hit it. Fortunate deflection, but they deserve it because of the way they played.
17 is Ricardinho. Player hands on hips beyond him is Burak. And Burak has struck it. And he has stung the palms of Robinson, who's had to recover very well. That was going to drop in. And King clears.
Fantastic save. Not the first one, because the first one should have pushed it over, but he pushed it up in the air. And the second one, I don't know how he got it out.
Really impressive recovery by Robinson.
Here you can see a great strike. Should have pushed it over. Good recovery. Good recovery by Paul Robinson.
Did toy with the idea of putting Anthony Gardner in, but he knew that Jean Tigonard's plan would involve a fair amount of pressure coming their way. Didn't in the first half, it is now, but they can relieve it with Berbatov. Oh, that's well played by Berbatov. Round the goalkeeper and in! And that's a fantastic finish by Dimitar Berbatov for Tottenham, who lead 2-0 in Turkey.
Well, you can see the quality of Berbatov, and at Leverkusen he did this regularly. As you said, he came here, had an injury, so we haven't seen the best of him, but that's the quality that he actually brings. A great ball by Keane. He still had a lot to do at this point. We thought he was going to hit it here. Kidded the defender to come inside. Kidded the goalkeeper. Great goal, great finish.
It's a job very well done by Tottenham. Goals in each half by Ghali and Berbatov have made their first visit to Turkey a winning one. It's the ideal start in the group, all they could have asked for. It's Besiktas 0, Tottenham 2.
Hostile crowd, great atmosphere. Even our fans who were there, you know, they were impressed, because it was very impressive at the night, and it was one of the best crowds I've ever seen, and we had a great result. They applauded us when we went off the pitch, so that gave us a lot of confidence.
Home game against West Ham provided the perfect platform to take that newfound confidence into the league.
Work for Benayoun to do, but he's doing it well. In the end, just took one touch too many, really.
He didn't do it well for me. He had the chance to put the ball in. Players had made runs, didn't do it.
Aaron Lennon, that's a lovely tip of the shoulder to take him beyond Ferdinand. Lennon for Spurs, just wide. Defoe, here's Aaron Lennon. Sight he wants to run at Konchesky. Back it comes for Defoe. What a save that was by Green. Defoe thought he'd scored against his former club. Edgar Davids. Fancy's taking on Pansil. Here comes the cross. Mido's got there first. It's Mido, and it's 1-0. Mido's first goal of the season in first-half stoppage time.
That's quite fantastic ability from Mido. He made it all happen. He saw that Edgar Davids was under pressure at full stretch. Mido sees that, a little flick up, and a decisive body, and that is a quite spectacular finish. And what a time to score that is.
The third round of the Carling Cup was a tricky-looking assignment away to the Milton Keynes Dons, but it turned into anything but.
Ziegler. Mido! A beacon of Premiership quality. Shining out on this wet night in Milton Keynes. Smith. Huddleston. Here's Mido. Through for Defoe. Onside this time, and Defoe makes it 2 with his 100th career goal. Garley. Huddleston. Here's Defoe. It was almost too easy for Jermaine Defoe. Danny Murphy. Oh, Smith should have cleared. He failed to. Here's Defoe. Good save. Mido. 4-0. Defoe denied a hat-trick for the time being, but Mido has his second. Hossam Ghali. Over the top for Keane. Diallo got a touch, not enough of one, and Keane makes it 5.
Newly promoted Watford provided the next opposition in a London derby which ended in stalemate.
He's already had one effort. Hook back in, this must be... Oh, how did Tommy Smith miss?
Danny Schutte does excellent there just to keep the ball alive. You can just chest it in the back of the net. Diving header, do what you like, Smith, but he puts it over the bar.
Here's Lennon, nice control. And Spurs make Smith's profligacy pay. It's Lennon! It's a great save by Ben Foster. That's why he's talked about as a future England keeper.
A great first touch, and he's positive. He wants to run people. Gets a little bit of luck there, but great save by Foster.
Forward to Keane. And now Ghali. It's a good positive run by him. Decent ball too to Lennon. Lennon with the shot. Fantastic save again by Ben Foster.
Plenty of pace. Great first touch. It opens up from there. Just try and bend it in the corner. Just gets too much onto it.
Back to UEFA Cup action, and Dimitar Berbatov showed his real quality at home to FC Bruges.
Good ball to pick out Engelbert. Good shot! And that's a terrific shot, in fact, by Salo Ibrahim. And 13 minutes gone. Club Bruges have taken the lead. Jennings chips it forward into the penalty area. Volley Spurs back on level terms from 17 minutes. Spurs fans celebrate. And Dimitar Berbatov has scored a goal of the utmost quality. Chimbonda headed it back, and from 17 yards on 17 minutes, the Bulgarian hit his third goal of the season, and it's his second goal in European competition this season. It's King. Robbie King's got to react quicker than that. Berbatov has it. It's a good ball to find Robbie King. Robbie King's through on goal. It's Robbie King! And Robbie King has finished it! And Tottenham take the lead as Martin Jol celebrates on the bench. It was a great ball by Dimitar Berbatov. He's been absolutely involved in everything. And first time Robbie King 1 yard inside the penalty area. A low shot down to the goalkeeper's right. It's To be totally honest, Tottenham do deserve this lead. Here's Berbatov, Robbie Keane's done well. Jenas. Gali, Chimbonda's making a run forward too. Good ball played into Berbatov! And Dimitar Berbatov gives Tottenham that 2-goal cushion they so richly deserve. It was Hossam Ghali's ball in, Berbatov left his man. A good low, powerful header. Gave the goalkeeper no chance really.
It was a special game, not because I score or pass to the Robbie to score. It's because if it was 1-0 for Bruges, and then we tried to make it 1-1, 2-1, and in the end to win the game, and it was really nice. For me, my personal view of the game was that we showed that we are, like I told you before, we are a team with character. We scored really good goals, and in the end the fans were happy.
Spurs welcomed the champions Chelsea to the lane in a match that turned out to be a cracker.
Manchester United are top of the table at the moment, so this is important for Mourinho's men, no doubt about it. Carvalho heads clear. Drogba, lovely layoff. And on it goes, and onside here. It's Arjen Robben for Chelsea with a great chance. Oh. What a tackle. They talk about great goals. That is a great challenge.
Fantastic work from Ledley King. The only man in a while, train powering back and stabs it away from Robben just as he's about to pull the trigger.
Absolutely world-class defending there by the Tottenham skipper, saving what surely would have been a certain goal. Oh, they've got one anyway, and that is a world-class strike. Robinson beaten, hopelessly beaten by Makelele of all people. Yellow card for Ferreira.
He might consider himself a fraction unlucky there, but the tackle was from behind through Berbatov's legs.
Great header and a terrific goal from the centre-back. Dawson with a perfect header that any striker would be proud of.
It's unlike Chelsea, Alan. They do not give many of these away. Drogba's marking him. The ball's flat. He can't attack it. It's a brilliant header. It's a good ball from Jenas. Drogba can do nothing about it, and nor can Ilaria.
Tottenham Hotspur 1, Chelsea 1 here in the Barclays English Premier League. A match rich in entertainment already. Tough character, the Dutchman. You don't get round him easily, but he has, with a great bit of skill. And Lennon with a chance. Will this finally be Tottenham's day? 16 young years they've waited to beat Chelsea. Is the wait over? I wonder.
For me, it was probably the best goal I've ever scored, and probably the most important one, like, for a club as well. Like, I didn't realise how important it was. Like, I didn't realise we hadn't beat Chelsea for like 16 years or something. So it meant so much to the fans and so much to the club, and also it was a great goal for me as well. I see it get switched out to Keno, and Keno has absolutely skinned the player. He's whipped it, and I was coming back post, and I took a touch inside, and I've just tried to place it into the corner, and luckily for me it went in.
Brilliant finish from little Aaron Lennon, who hasn't seen an awful lot of the ball, but he had the presence of mind and the composure to tuck that one past Hilario and put Tottenham in front.
It's whipped into Drogba, who got the shout from Arjen Robben behind him. White Phillips is up there as well. He's gone for the far corner. Oh, how unlucky for Robben.
3 or 4 inches the other way, there's the post and goes in.
Make a note of the date, the 5th of November 2006. Tottenham have finally axed the Chelsea hoodoo.
We really had a good feeling going into that game that we could win the game, and to go 1-0 down against the champions and to come back showed, great determination, and it was probably the standout game of last season.
It meant loads to the players, because obviously Chelsea were the champions at the time, so it meant so much to beat the team, that showed that we could beat the teams at the top, because people questioned, can we beat the teams at the top, and we've proven that we could. And to the fans, you could just see how much it meant with the amount of noise they made, and I seen the T-shirts got made and everything, so I think the fans were buzzing.
3 days later, Port Vale took Spurs to extra time in their 4th round Carling Cup tie.
Shots there for Constantine! Offside flag has stayed down, and Leon Constantine on 63 minutes has given the travelling fans something to celebrate. So Hotspur with the free kick, similar position to where Genesis took the free kick that Dawson scored from on Sunday. Played in, there's the header, it's there! Dorian De Wiet on his debut scores an equaliser for Tottenham. You've got to say it has been coming, the home fans celebrate. Dorian De Wiet was on the end of an excellent delivery from Tom Huddleston. He leapt well, it's a glancing header in off the post. Well, we've got a real cup tie in our hands now. Edgar Davids charges it down. Will he get there before Abbey? Yes, he does. Defoe's in the area, Berbatov's in the area. They want an early ball in, they don't get it. Berbatov has it now, brings it down nicely. Ball's back to Huddleston! Tom Huddleston scores his 2nd of the night. It's a cruel, cruel blow for Port Vale, but those Spurs fans care not one jot. Ball broke to him, 25 yards out. It took a deflection, to be fair, off Danny Sonner, I think it was, the last man back there. But Tom Huddleston from a full 25 yards. Well, it was going to take either something spectacular or something fortuitous to beat good lads. Taken quickly, Phil Eiffel has it. Played in towards Defoe! Finally, Jermaine Defoe seals this cup tie.
The extra-time win secured a place in the quarter-finals, and the Cups were highlighting the strength in depth of Martin Jol's squad.
I always tell them, if you play 25 or 30 matches a season, you do well for the club. And now we played probably 60 games last season. If you play 25, it's probably not enough. But last year, when you played 40 and you told the player that 25 starts is great, you know, they would have believed me. This season was different, and I don't think we played a hell of a lot of players, but we used quite a lot of players, and I feel that in hindsight we needed them.
Spurs then went on their travels with games away to Reading and Blackburn.
Great work that is from Steve Sidwell, hunting people down, not committing himself to a silly challenge.
Berbatov, but Tottenham still going. Keane, and the referee has given the penalty against Sonko, and Spurs' patience in their approach work has paid off.
Sonko committed to the challenge. Definite penalty to me.
A chance to end a personal drought. And he does. Cool as you like. Martin Jol might be a little concerned at this spell. His side maybe subconsciously, but seem to be resting on their laurels a little bit, having taken the lead. Shorey! He's beaten Paul Robinson from long range, and Reading are level up 1-1. It's a terrific goal. One added minute before half-time, and in that time, through Stephen Sidwell, Reading have gone into the lead. And Martin Jol recognising the consequences, which might be even worse here. It is even worse for Tottenham, because Doyle has taken his chance, and Reading lead by 3-1.
Gray sets himself up for the cross, which is useful. Had King at full stretch. Oh, what an amazing strike by Tugay! A sensational goal by the Turkish international. He'll never score a better one than that.
Look at the technique. Just watch the way he guides it with his foot. Gives Robinson absolutely no chance.
Huddleston doing well, Defoe still in a good position here and hit it brilliantly. Unlucky. There's a big space in the middle here, and Ghali goes down. Tugay is saying, no, I made no contact, but the officials seem convinced, and a penalty has been given. There's going to be a card. What colour will it be? It looks like a double punishment on the way for Blackburn Rovers. It is. The goal-scoring star Tugay has been dismissed. He's already scored once from the spot this season against Portsmouth, the foe. Make that 2 out of 2. Friedel furious. He guessed right. He got a hand to the ball, but he couldn't keep it out, and Spurs have drawn level.
Dimitar Berbatov returned to former club Bayer Leverkusen and continued his fantastic recent form.
Here's Keane. Oh, Lennon made a run. It's a beautiful run. Oh, and Berbatov. Well, no elation from Dimitar Berbatov, but it had to be him against his former club. Was he offside? Well, benefit of the doubt, you have to give him. You'd say no. And Berbatov with a simple finish. Now Rolfes. Here's a chance for Fryer. Real opportunity. And Robinson to the rescue. Well, Rolfes with the initial thrust. And Fryer let one go. Good save from England's number one. Huddleston. Oh, and Mido will get there. He's got plenty of options here. Mido, well, went for glory himself when Tainio and Keane were in attendance.
Another impressive away win in Europe, but mixed feelings for the Spurs goalscorer.
I think there is no player in the world who will play so long for some team, and then if we score against them, we will be like exciting and happy to to do that. But I'm a professional and I play for Tottenham Hotspur, and it was my job to score. I did it. We won the game, but out of respect for my former club, I didn't want to show my enjoyment. So that's what I did. I scored, and we won the game.
And Berbatov was on target again as Spurs rounded off the month with another impressive win.
Wright's cross. And Camera! What a wonderful finish! And Wigan take the lead. Henri Camera with his 4th goal in 6 games.
The ball skips up and Camera adjusts his body to lace his finish, but he's having to step away from the ball, and to control that isn't easy. That's a great finish.
Berbatov looks to play in Defoe, lovely reverse ball. Defoe manages to turn. Oh, what a goal! Absolutely brilliant! Jermaine Defoe with a wonderful turn. And what about the finish? His 50th Premier League goal on his 100th league appearance for Spurs.
Does it so quickly. Spin, drag, finish.
Asuikoto for Berbatov. Spurs in the mood here. Berbatov away from Jackson. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant! What a stunner! Dimitar Berbatov with an absolute rocket.
Well, this is brilliant. Just little nutmeg, slows the defender down, knocks it through Jackson's legs, opens his body up, or it's the other side of him actually, opens his body up, just curls it into the top corner. Wonderful finish.
Cottrell against Asuikoto. Well, that's good play by the fullback.
Yeah, it was. He stood up, he didn't dive in, he made him beat him.
Lovely ball. And this is Berbatov with Keane in the middle. And here's a chance, and he's buried it! Aaron Lennon, with his 2nd of the season, seals Spurs' 200th win in the Premier League. Made by Dimitar Berbatov. What a game he's had.
Could have hit Robbie Keane early. That's what Robbie Keane wanted. That went away. Drove into the box, set it back for Lennon, who comes onto it with his left foot and calmly side foots it in. Wrong foot in Chris Kirkland.
December started with a much anticipated trip to the new Emirates Stadium for the North London derby.
Played by Malbranc. Naboui didn't make the challenge. There is Malbranc, and it was a good chance for his first Spurs goal.
When the ball is played back there, that's a chance for Malbranc, but maybe we've got to give credit to the centre-back duo there. Martin Jol recognises that. Defoe, of course, is a goal scorer.
He's the top scorer.
Yes, indeed. I think he's got something like 3 goals. It seems rather a big amount.
Adebayor, no flag, chance for Arsenal, goal for Arsenal. First ever North London derby goal at the Emirates is scored by Emmanuel Adebayor. Asso Ekoto dallied. Was Adebayor acted? Here's Van Persie. Now it's Fabregas. Rosicky. There's a nice touch from the Czech player who goes down. Arsenal have a penalty and Tottenham are furious.
As he received the ball, you realised there could be a danger of a penalty. He took it well, Rosicky, got in front. I don't think Chimbomba did catch the ball.
And scores! Now it's Ljungberg, the long-serving Swede. His 9th season with Arsenal. Handball by the looks of it. Now what's the referee given? He's pointed to the spot. It's Gilberto. He found the corner last time. Found the other corner this. And it's not Tottenham's day.
We was all well up for the game, pumped up. You know, probably a little bit too pumped up, and you know, we kind of let the emotions kind of get the better of us out there, and you know, lost a bit of our focus on what we should have been doing, really. And you know, that was definitely the game that stands out as disappointing. You know, to lose to your rivals is never nice.
After the defeat to the Gunners, Spurs face up to a busy December schedule, continuing with the visit of Middlesbrough.
Well, Huddleston over it. King in there. And it will be for Berbatov. Oh, that's absolutely magnificent. Well, is there anything left from this man to surprise us? Tots and Booth both in there. Smuggle it away somehow. Booth on the turn. Oh, has he rescued it for Borough? Well, hacked off the line, but the danger wasn't over. Woodgate battling in there. Eventually it drops to Robert Huth. Well, time running out for Tottenham. Oh, it's quickly taken. Keane will let one go. Oh, stunning!
But it was to be a day of mixed fortunes for the scorer of Spurs' winner.
I came on, scored, and then 5 minutes later I came off and I got injured, which was obviously disappointing and put me out for 6 weeks. And had a good break and recharged the batteries. And I think from that, when I came back, you know, I was really fit and very focused on the job, because I missed a lot of 6 weeks out, so I was desperate to get back. And I think, in a way, it probably helped me.
Another London derby saw Spurs take Charlton apart, and Berbatov increased his goals tally for the season to 9.
Diawara did well. Huddleston. Lennon into Berbatov. Real chance for Tottenham. They've taken the lead. Dimitar Berbatov's 4th goal in 5 games. A little against the run of play, but Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 up.
Well, it's a delightful early ball through, but look at the way he takes it on the half-turn here. He splits the 2 centre-backs. Toe poke enough to put it in behind Scott Carson, and the first time in the match that Charlton have been opened up, the first clean chance, and Berbatov has made it count.
Lennon turns in the box. Kishishev puts it away just about with the help of Luke Young. That was a chancy ball and it didn't come off. It's Aaron Lennon in, acrobatically away. Tainho! It's 2-0 to Tottenham! Tainho gets his first goal since New Year's Eve last season. Scott Carson is beaten for the 2nd time in 2 minutes, and it's all gone horribly wrong for Charlton Athletic.
This wasn't the best ball in from Aaron Lennon. 2 Charlton heads get a nick on it. He's always going to take the shot on. Yeah, it took a big deflection. It's Hart, I think, who's trying to get out to the ball. And it comes off the inside of his heel. And with that amount of pace on it, that is enough to beat Scott Carson.
Sam. Reed again. Nice turn beyond Huddleston.
Fires it in! It's gone in! Charlton are back in the game. Luke Young was at the goal line. Lloyd Sam was in there too. I think it may have been an own goal by Michael Dawson in the end. But Charlton have clawed themselves back into the game.
Chimbonda. This is Tainho. Berbatov nods it down. Malbranc!
Oh, that's a terrific goal! His first for Tottenham Hotspur. And the 2-goal advantage is restored by the Frenchman.
What a terrific shot. I just wonder about Diawara whether he could have got to the ball a little bit quicker. Good knockdown by Berbatov, but well, he's got time to get it down and get the shot away.
That was a great tackle, and here's Jermaine Defoe. There's no flag!
Oh, what a terrific strike by Jermaine Defoe! Absolute vintage Defoe! And that surely is the job done for Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, goalkeepers just don't save them. Oh, down to a terrific tackle, I have to say, by Aaron Lennon. And Scott Carson was never getting there. Wonderful finish.
Just switched it across to Luke Young. Looks like there's going to be any joy for the Charlton skipper against his former club, for whom he made 76 appearances. Here's Berbatov. Tottenham looking for a fifth. Berbatov trying to go all the way. Might still! It is 5! He's got his second, and Spurs are running riot.
He gets a little bit lucky with the final touch here off El Kakuri. Scott Carson might feel he could have done a little bit better, but there's plenty of power on the shot. And it's all going horribly wrong now for Charlton.
Back to Europe, and Spurs secured top spot in Group B and a place in the last 32 of the UEFA Cup, thanks to a 3-1 win over Dinamo Bucharest.
Huddleston with a smart ball in for Berbatov. Awful clearance by the keeper, Berbatov! Back with power to add.
Well, Berbatov was a big investment coming to terms with British football, but that is a big strike. That was a terrific strike. Took full advantage of a very poor, sloppy throw out. Beautiful drive. Wonderful kick from Robinson.
And wonderful speed from Jermaine Defoe. 2! And his first European goal. Set pieces like these have been few and far between for the Romanians. Munteanu is a left-footed striker. His outswinger headed away by Dawson and on by Lennon. Defoe couldn't get a touch, but Zakora is herring out of defence. And here is Berbatov, and that's a fabulous ball for Ghali. And now Lennon, and now Defoe, and it's 3-0 Tottenham. They flew forward.
Berbatov's crossfield pass, Defoe's making into the box, and when the ball comes back off the keeper from Lennon, Defoe's in there first. But I have to say, the recovery runs of some of the red-shirted Romanian defenders were slower than some of those big London buses.
There's Mendy. There's Christea. And here's a chance to get one back, and they have. Jean-Philippe Mendy with his first goal for Dinamo Bucharest.
The gaffer was understandably delighted to qualify at the top of the group, meaning our last 32 opposition would be a team that finished third in their group.
That was a great achievement because in the end we were the only team, British team probably, or English team, who had 8 games and 8 wins at the start. So that was fine, and that was very pleasing.
Tough-looking away assignment at the City of Manchester Stadium was Martin Jol's 100th game in charge, and the team marked the occasion in style, securing their first away win of the Premiership season.
Lee evaded Malbranc, but he'll do his best to win it back. And we'll get the decision.
It's another clumsy touch from Samaras, got away from him.
Can they make the most of the relative dominance they've had? It's Huddleston's delivery, and it's Davenport! Well, an unlikely goal scorer, but Spurs get their deserved reward.
It's a horrible ball to defend. It's not one that Nicky Weaver can come for. It's not in the air long enough, and it just needs to be helped on there. There's decent pace in the ball. Davenport, I should say, just trying to help it on his way, and that's exactly what he does.
Berbatov will use Gali. And now Huddleston. Oh, that's beautiful! A sensational strike by Tom Huddleston.
He's over it, he's set himself, and Nicky Weaver has no chance with that. I was expecting him to take a touch there. Oh, some touch it was.
Found Defoe here as Robinson, and Defoe goes on. Oh, well, plenty of the Spurs fans thought it was in. How quickly can City be exposed? Poor Robinson. Almost their biggest attacking threat in this second half, the way he's set them away on a number of occasions. Dickoff looking to find the cross, it's a great delivery! And it's battered in by Barton! And City have a lifeline!
Fifth successive win was secured at home to Southend, but the Championship side came away with a loss of credit after forcing the tie to extra time.
Murphy. Defoe. You can worry Pryor here. Mido! Underside of the bar and out again. It's a terrific effort by the Egyptian. Huddleston. And Mido! Save of the night from Flahaven. Sochi. Malbronk. Berbatov. That's a cute ball. It's Mido. It's Defoe! The goal has arrived with 6 minutes of extra time remaining. And Jermaine Defoe, who hitherto had such a disappointing night, there on the spot to apply the finishing touch to a sweeping Tottenham move. Was he onside though? It was very, very close. Flag stayed down, and history will record that Jermaine Defoe has scored what may well prove to be the winning goal. This is his competition. 15 goals in 15 League Cup ties.
A busy December, which saw Spurs play 9 matches in all competitions, concluded with 3 Premiership fixtures over the festive period.
That's a great block from Stephen Taylor, but great width from Spurs down the right-hand side.
Martins now feeds Kieran Dyer to run at Ledley King. It's Kieran Dyer. Oh, what a start! The home fans on their feet here.
I don't know why Ledley King backs off as much as he does here. And allows Dyer just to open his body up, get the head up, and more or less pass that inside the far post.
Warner sells the dummy. Parker is onside. Here's a chance for 2. Oh, it is 2. Over Femi Martins, the man in form, the man of the moment. It's 6 in 6 for him. It's Pascal Chimbonda to whom he goes. Spectacular effort. Murphy, deflection. 2-1 and game on now. It's the Tottenham fans who make the noise in that top corner, and Danny Murphy, who only knew he was in the starting lineup 10 minutes before kickoff, has scored.
Well, he did well, because I don't think he's expecting this to come his way. Steve Malbronk takes on the overhead kick here, gets nothing on it. Well, I think it takes a deflection off Stephen Taylor. Shea Given absolutely blameless. And with the benefit of a deflection, Spurs are right back in it.
Expectation mounting here at St James's Park. It's James Milner, and the rebound spilled by Robinson, who makes the secondary save. Martins, still, it's in, 3-1, and Scotty Parker gives Newcastle a 2-goal cushion again.
Berbatov. Spurs need their big names to stand up and make a difference. Might just happen here. Defoe! There they go! The front two combine, and Jermaine Defoe has another goal here at White Hart Lane.
They're looking first of all for the offside with Defoe, but it's a great little ball. Look at this for a first touch. Before the goalkeeper can get set, it's in the back of the net. He ain't going to miss, not the form that he's in. Great finish by a great striker.
Well, we're well into the last 15 minutes now. Spurs on course for Premiership win number 7 in a row here at home. This could make sure of it. Jermaine Defoe! Oh, yes! It's 2 for Jermaine Defoe, and it's 2 for Spurs. A little cracker from the little man.
Direct football. Berbatov again plays his part. He wins the first ball. But look at Defoe, he's already on the way. He's already got Cahill in his sights. Great first touch again. It doesn't matter. Left foot, right foot. It ends up in the back of the net.
Surely that'll kill off any lingering hopes that Aston Villa had of getting back into this game. Here's Gareth Barry, could make it interesting if he can put it in, and he can. Aston Villa have one back, and they are right back in it.
Gareth Barry anticipates well, he uses his strength, just rolls Chimbonda, and then with his left foot, just pokes it into the back of the net. They do well, they keep the ball alive, and what about that for a finish?
Huddleston's header. Going back to Luis Garcia. Steven Gerrard. It's a real muddle of a goal, but Liverpool will not care.
Only one win from 3 tough Christmas fixtures, and as the new year dawned, Spurs found themselves 8th in the Premiership table. The first game of the new calendar year was a visit to Fratton Park. Steve Malbronx secured a deserved point against the spirited Pompey side.
It's like ping-pong out there at the moment. Cranchard jabs it on. Chance here maybe. Oh yes! Fabulous goal. Benjani for Portsmouth.
Not sure if it doesn't take a deflection on the way in, but Benjani won't mind, will he? You could see the little phase of pressure that Portsmouth build up here, and they take their opportunity.
Huddleston. Campbell. Huddleston again. Murphy's forward on the far side. Great chance, and what a save that is. David James.
That is top draw. That's I mean, you've got the wrong man at the end of the move, but you've got the right man between the sticks for Portsmouth. This is nailed on goal. What a superb reflex action.
Dimitar Berbatov. Danny Murphy. Defoe wants it. Malbronx! 1-1! He's changed flanks, and he may well have changed the outcome of this match.
This is a well-crafted goal. Good patience and awareness from Murphy. Beautiful little dink. Lovely little header, and as good as David James has been in the last couple of minutes, not a lot you can do about that. This sets up so nicely. Look at that, it's crafted. Matt Taylor's going the wrong direction. You mark men in the box, they score the goals. Basic errors for Portsmouth.
The third round of the FA Cup served up a tough away trip to high-flying Championship side Cardiff.
That's a poor header by Lee. Here's Chopra! Davenport watches it go wide. Real chance for Cardiff. Lee Young-pyo with an errant back header that gave Robinson no chance. Chopra, I think, maybe put off by the onrushing goalkeeper. Robinson just did enough. Here's Defoe though. chance for Tottenham. Foot wide of the far post. Really good chance for Tottenham too.
Despite twice taking the lead at home to Newcastle, Spurs were left with nothing to show from a frustrating afternoon.
Here's Malbranque again. Two in the middle. Defoe and Berbatov. It's Defoe, and this time Gibbon has been beaten. Even he could do nothing about that. James Milner with the free kick. It's not bad. Sobieski was pushed out of the way by his own player there on the far post. Oh, it's gone in. And surely you have to ask questions about Robinson. And it's the youngster who scored the goal. It's an open goal and somehow missed by Tainio, but not by Berbatov. Tottenham back in front. Martins. Oof! Oh, well, he's had such a poor game. We ought to have expected it. From absolutely nowhere, he's come up with a stunning goal.
Newcastle right back in the game at 2-2.
And here's the man who brought them back into it. That's strikers for you. They do absolutely nothing for 70 minutes, give the ball away. And then they come up with a goal like that and a pass like that. Oh, they've done it! It's 3-2, it's unbelievable.
Spirits were soon lifted, however, as 3 days later a place in the fourth round of the FA Cup was secured.
No, it's a training ground routine to McPhail. It's quite clever, that. Didn't come off. Here's Lennon. And Zakora. And Lennon. And 1-0 Tottenham. I think Cardiff fell asleep there expecting an offside flag against Robbie Keane. Well, funnily enough, Robbie Keane's played a big part in this goal without even touching the ball by having the awareness not to get involved. Malbranque away to Berbatov, and Cardiff suddenly look really stretched. Berbatov has beaten Leuven's, and Keane for two. Leuven's here, just couldn't keep up with Berbatov, who used strength and a little bit of awareness to set up Robbie Keane. Zakora, Asuekoto, Berbatov wants it. Instead it's to Malbranque. Malbranque, oh, it's an excellent goal! 3-0 to Tottenham Hotspur with 4 minutes of the first half still to play. And he's been a live wire tonight, Steve Malbranque. Hossam Ghali got away from McPhail. Keane and Defoe are forward. He's beaten McNaughton too. Hossam Ghali. And it's Defoe. It's a great save, and Defoe bundles in a fourth. Good strike by Hossam Ghali. One save, two saves, almost a third save, but Defoe in the end would not be denied.
Next up, another London derby with Steve Malbranque returning to his former club, Fulham.
Some confident early touches from the new man, looking for Montella. Now McBride! Well, it was blocked by Dawson, but was it a hand? The referee has given a penalty. And a yellow card for Dawson, who is irate with the decision.
Well, it's a poor defensive header from Gardner into the path of McBride, who steadies himself, volleys it with his left foot. I think the referee's got it right.
Can Montella find the targets? He can! It's liftoff for the little aeroplane. Huddleston knocks it in there. Or will it drop? It's gone in! It's Chimbonda! Has he rescued it for Tottenham?
It's not the hardest of shots, and Chimbonda and Loftus-Cheek has had very little to do, and surely he should have saved that.
Back at the Lane, Arsenal were the visitors for the first leg of the Carling Cup semi-final.
Brilliant skill from Berbatov, and then he hit the side netting.
Well, they went narrow side in the end. Brilliant little 1-2, a little giving ball.
control's not brilliant, but because he's skillful, he can make something of it.
Berbatov. Lennon. Defoe has found some space. Chimbonda. Back to Tottenham's leading scorer. The ball in end of Berbatov! First blood to Spurs!
Complete mix-up. Torre and Almunia are having a debate. You should have come, you should have headed it. It's a super ball in. No problem at all. Watch Colo Torre here. Gets his possession, knows where Berbatov is, has a little look again. He's waiting, and he just seems to duck out it.
Oh, it's an own goal! And Baptista, the goal-scoring hero at Anfield in the quarter-final, has given Arsenal a massive mountain to climb now.
And Baptista, who tracks the run, well, not a lot he can do. Clever by Dawson. Doesn't think he can score, steps over it. And it's on Baptista before he can do anything at all.
Fabregas. Got a man over here. Okay. Baptista. And still Baptista, yes!
I told you it's
Arsenal
coming.
got that away goal.
I told you it was coming.
He waited and he waited and he delivered the perfect ball. Robinson's come for it. Baptista! One way or another, it's his night. It's his competition.
We had to take off Dimitar Berbatov after, what was it, 15 or 20 minutes. And that was probably a big blow to us. And people said we shouldn't have dropped off, but we couldn't hold the ball up front. And Fabregas, he was probably the best player this season. He started to play and we could have won it, because maybe you can remember that Jermaine Defoe, in the last seconds of the match, had the winner on his foot and he could have scored 3-2.
Fourth round of the FA Cup, and Jermaine Jenas was back in the Spurs midfield alongside a rampant Didier Zakora.
Deflection, goal, 1-0, 12 minutes on the clock. Robbie Keane scores his 7th goal of the season. Great run through by Zakora, excellent ball to pick out Robbie Keane. It may have taken a bit of a deflection off Stephen Hamill. Take nothing away from Robbie Keane, who will take it. It was deflected. Campbell Rice, Bradbury, out to Hunt. Lennon's done well to nick it off him though. Good play by Lennon, the crowd appreciate that too. It's Lennon, he's in full flight at the moment. Gets the ball across to the far post. Jermaine Jenas marks his return to the first team with a goal. 49 minutes on the clock, but that goal was all about Aaron Lennon. Jenas goes over to thank him. Oh, that was absolutely magnificent by Aaron Lennon, who took it off. Campbell Rice got past Hunt, delivered an excellent ball in towards the 6-yard box. And Jermaine Jenas was only, 3 yards out when that ball found him, and Daryl Flahaven was beaten. Zita's free kick is taking a wicked deflection off the wall. Oh, there's a handball been spotted there against Hossam Ghali, and a penalty has been given. 69 minutes on the clock. It's Eastwood, it's 2-1. That's the first goal Spurs have conceded in the FA Cup this season. Lennon's on the right-hand side now. Gets into the air, another low cross! It's gone in off Mido! Well, Aaron Lennon again with an excellent delivery into the box. Picked out by Jenas, great first touch. He ran into the box. Great touch by Mido.
A cup triple header was completed with the return leg of the Carling Cup semi-final, but with Cardiff within touching distance, 2 goals in extra time meant it was the Gunners who went through.
I think this was a brilliant decision. He watched as he tries to sort his feet out here, Robbie Keane. And when he doesn't do it immediately, he's right on top of him.
Adebayor. Gilberto helps it on to Rosicki. Clever ball. And he gets it back! Oh, He hit that with fearsome force. Clichy. Rosicki again. Here's Adebayor! Is that the goal that sends Arsenal to the final?
A lot outnumbered at the back post here, Arsenal, and they'll get it sorted.
And they've got a lifeline. And the man who's given it them is Mido.
Well, isn't it amazing football? Isn't it just amazing? Silly free kick given away by Danielson. And it was. Got a super ball in. They were on their way home a minute ago.
The captain rolls it along the turf to Danielson. Point outside him. Danielson's cross. Washer with an unorthodox header. And back in from Alier. Arsenal have got one foot in the Millennium Stadium again. High for Adebayor, who's got Rosicki making a run ahead of him. It's Rosicki for Arsenal.
Send the legs flat. It is.
It's been given. Now they can print the tickets. Now they can make the cup final suits.
It's disappointing, especially when you get beaten by your rivals. It's never nice, you know. So, but it's one of those things. But you know, we have to next season. We'll be looking now to, you know, hopefully to win something, because you know people never remember the people who was in the semi-finals.
We did well in the Carling Cup, and we reached the semi-finals, and we were still in the FA Cup, still in Europe. We had to do well in the league, so it was probably one big worry, you know, less in the season.
So despite semi-final heartbreak at the end of January, Spurs were well placed in the league and still in 2 cup competitions. There seemed to be a cup hangover as league leaders Manchester United, aided by a former White Hart Lane favourite, eased to a 4-0 win.
Rooney takes over. Strong as a bull in those situations. Ronaldo's cross. You have to win that, Dawson. Ronaldo can try again, though. He goes down, and the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. It's goal number 15 of the season for Cristiano Ronaldo. Only a couple of minutes into the second half, and already Robinson has been called upon. And now he has been beaten again by Vidic. Larsson's layoff to Ronaldo. He'll take on Lee and beats him impressively. There's 3, just about. Took him 2 attempts to force it over the line, but Paul Scholes got there in the end, and Manchester United are completely dominating here. Here's Giggs to make it 4. They've got a goalkeeper with plenty of character. They've got attacking players with absolute bags full of it.
And things didn't improve a week later away to Sheffield United. Spurs yielded no points for the 2nd game in a row, despite an early Jermaine Genius goal.
Here's a chance for Jermaine Genius, and he's lobbed it in. He's back in the Tottenham side, and he's scored inside 2 minutes. Martin Jol's side lead.
Well, unbelievable. It's just a very easy run from Jermaine Genius. He's not tracked, and as soon as he's got in here, Paddy Kenny's in no man's land. It's an easy finish for Genius. It's easy to beat the offside trap, and a very clever finish, but made easy by Paddy Kenny's position.
And the pressure still on for Spurs. Dawson up there trying to clear. Robinson can't. It's gone in. Sheffield United have got themselves level, and this time Rob Hulse's header does cross the line. He's got his first goal in 8 games, and Sheffield United are back in it at 1-1.
It's a terrific header. Look at the bounce on it. Paul Robinson just can't get there. I think John Stead just stops Paul Robinson from getting up, and somehow it manages to creep in the far corner. It's a very strange goal that Tottenham have conceded.
Away by Berbatov, back to Kazim Richards. It's a clever cushioned cross. It was away by Chimbonda. Here's Quinn, wouldn't sit down for him. Is that a penalty kick? It is.
Sheffield United awarded a penalty for the foul on Stephen Quinn, who was certainly barged over. Phil Jagielka will step up to take the penalty. Sheffield United have missed 3 of the 4 they've taken this season, but he did score his against Middlesbrough. And he scored again against Tottenham Hotspur. And Sheffield United lead by 2-1.
Fortunes changed, however, in the FA Cup, and thanks to strikers Keane and Berbatov, the fans were soon dreaming of Wembley.
Oh, what a chance here, and it's a goal from Robbie Keane. Just 5 minutes in. And Fulham there were completely caught cold. And it was a superb strike by Robbie Keane on the half volley. Really set up invitingly for him. And it's Roy Keane again. Robbie Keane, I should say. Robbie Keane. And it wasn't that dissimilar to the first one. Again, it's played over the top. Again, defenders are sucked in. And it really is such an emphatic finish. Once more on the volley from Robbie Keane. Same combination. Mido with the service. And Keane with the strike. And just look what it means to the manager, Martin Jol. Chimbonda. Now Zakora. Striding purposefully forward. Berbatov had pulled away to his left. Dimitar Berbatov. Lennon's up as well. And Keane. Back off the post. But in at the second attempt from Berbatov. And that surely has sealed it now. There is no way back from here for Fulham. Well, they broke so suddenly, so effectively then with Zakora. Berbatov for the first effort that came back off the upright. But he made no mistake on the rebound. Just a slight deflection, I would have thought there off Zap Knight, but he still needed so much composure on the follower. And Stuvka couldn't readjust in time. Sweetly struck by Berbatov. Here comes Chimbonda. Now Gali. Oh, great ball in for Berbatov, but it won't count. Well, it's been given. He seemed to think he was offside. I certainly thought he was. Well, the flag stayed down, and it's 4-0, 2 for Berbatov. And it's the right decision too. And I must say, at first viewing, I thought he was several yards off. It was a great ball in from Keane, who did look across towards the assistant there. There was no flag, rightly so, and it was a very cute and clever finish from Berbatov. Just to put the icing on the cake now for Tottenham.
I knew at the beginning that we were going to win it. It sounds maybe a little bit cocky or something like that, but I knew it. And we scored, Robbie scored 2 great goals, I think. And then, you know, I come in, score 2 good goals, but sometimes you don't need to watch performance of just one player. You must watch the whole team.
I think that game, for me anyway, turned my season around, and I think maybe the clubs as well, you know. We've never really done too well at Fulham since I've been here. It's always been either get beat by the odd goal or a draw or something like that. So to get a convincing win like we did, I think that turned Tottenham's season around, and certainly mine.
Lescott. Fernandez gets it back again. This time it's an Everton player who relaxes too much on the ball, and that's got Aaron Lennon away. Robbie Keane in the middle. So is Berbatov! He didn't need asking twice, did he? A measured finish by Dimitar Berbatov. Real pace from Aaron Lennon down the right-hand side. Berbatov, right-footed. Howard, no chance. The keeper Well, he clearly saw it late, but you can do nothing about a shot of that accuracy. Here's Jenas, opens up for a shot! Oh, and he's found the bottom corner of Tim Howard's goal. They worked it well, Spurs. You've got to give them credit for that. Jenas picked his spot and found it majestically. Turned and shot.
Fine went to ground. Keane! Oh! He's overpowered Jääskeläinen. He's smashed it into the Bolton net. Robbie Keane for Spurs to reflect this confident week that they've had.
Well, the Bolton players are disappointed. Berbatov clearly there, pushes fine. Graham Poe, let's play continue. And Robbie Keane scores yet another brilliant volley.
Good for Fine. Berbatov outwits him really. Keane waiting for Lennon as a decoy. And it's gone in off Jenas for 2-0. He was just following in and got his reward.
Well, Bolton have had to make a change in the central defensive positions, and they haven't looked steady in the early part of this game. There's no real stability. Keane there capitalising. Jääskeläinen probably would be disappointed because as the shot comes in now from Keane, Jääskeläinen should have pushed that into a wider area.
It's a sparkling match. Tainio, Chimbonda. Tottenham are in again here. Chimbonda, Keane, 3-0. Well, Bolton have had the sunshine break, but Spurs are playing the sunshine football.
Well, it's fair to say that Spurs literally ripped Bolton apart here. Terrific 1-2, Chimbonda, Tainio back to Chimbonda. And how about this for composure from Chimbonda? He's looked up, he's taken his time, he's waited for the moment, and then just passes the ball into Robbie Keane, who finds himself in yards of space.
Well, Robinson got impeded. Ivan Campo claiming was the handball on the line. It's a penalty. Now that is going to mean a red card for Robbie Keane. Gary's speed gets Bolton back in business. And how Tottenham have battled with 10 men. Berbatov again. Jenas comes out to Malbronk, and somehow Jääskeläinen made another save. This team continues to do him proud. Here's Malbronk. Lennon trying to get there. Malbronk can find him. Lennon! What a way to finish it off. A fourth Tottenham goal. The 10 men.
Great running off the ball from Malbronk. He just waits, looks up, and then plays the ball across the face of the box to Aaron Lennon, who gets on the inside of Nicky Hunt and finishes the game for Spurs.
6 points from 2 games saw Tottenham rise to 9th in the table, and at the end of February, Spurs were on the march. Next up was a London derby away to West Ham United, and it turned out to be one of the games of the season.
Chesky. Tevez sets it up for Noble, and West Ham's youngest and least experienced player has scored a priceless goal.
Well done, Mark Noble. He gets to the edge of the box and then stays controlled, keeps his eye on the ball, fires it through the legs of Dawson. Robinson, no chance.
It's Tevez, and it's absolutely magnificent. What a way to get your first goal. What a day to do it.
Well, take a look, because he not only gets it over the wall, but he bends it and he dips it and he brings it just under the crossbar.
Good ball. Lennon in behind Neil. Well, it was a risky challenge by Bowyer.
I think the referees give the penalty. Bowyer certainly doesn't make contact with the ball, and well, there's enough there for Lennon to go down and ask the question.
And it's Jermaine Defoe, the former West Ham player, with a chance to score and bring Tottenham back into the game. It'll be the most unpopular goal scored at Upton Park this season if he gets it. And he has. Two in the middle. One of them is Lennon. And it's a goal, and a superb goal as well by Tainio. It looked on for Lennon to hit the shot himself. He laid it off, and that proved to be the right decision. And Tottenham are level.
Lennon knows exactly what he's doing. It's a lovely hit, flick back into Tainio's path. And just like Noble, midfield player on the edge of the box, drills it past Green.
And Tottenham now will believe they can go on and even win this game. Tevez will take the free kick. It's not bad, it was tempting, and it's a goal! They've done it, and it's Bobby Zamora who's come off the bench and within 2 minutes has scored the most important goal West Ham have got this season.
It's got to be his first touch of the ball. It's a decent delivery into the box by Tevez, and he rises well, gets up early. It's the first time we've seen the Tottenham players beaten at the back. And it's a powerful header that gives Robinson no chance.
Goal out of the blue has given them a hope again. But here comes Huddleston for Tottenham. He claimed a handball there. Well, they'll get a free kick anyway for that second challenge.
This team a free kick right on the edge of the box.
Nobody will have left early at Upton Park. There could be another chapter written in this dramatic story yet. Berbatov concentrates hard. There's no question he's got the ability to do what Tevez did in the first half. And that he has done! Dimitar Berbatov with a magnificent free kick. Tottenham are level, and West Ham are back in despair.
Anything Tevez can do, Berbatov shows he's his equal. Because this is even harder, it's closer. To get that up and down, and I talked about somebody on the line. Well, they got Konchesky there, but it was just too good for him. The ball was too high, and he could only help it on its way. And what a blow that is for Alan Kerbersley.
The last throw of the dice. And Zamora's lost out here. The referee looks at his watch as he races forward. It's Jermaine Defoe, and he's got Lennon up with him, and only Konchesky to beat at the moment. Defoe! Oh no! Unbelievably, it has been pushed out to Staltieri, and with seconds remaining, West Ham's fate might well have been sealed.
Young had a great tackle at the edge of the box, and we were breaking past to Jermaine Defoe. And I can remember that I thought, play the ball. He didn't play the ball, and it's typical Jermaine. He went on. He had a shot in, and Green couldn't get hold on the ball. He had a touch, but he lost the ball. And Paul Staltieri, who is probably the fittest player here at Spurs. Normally he would have taken a breather in the back four, and now he was up front and he scored the winner. And I felt good, you know, because I had to think about the season before when they celebrated all the Arsenal goals, and I felt that it was that we had done justice, you know, at that day.
A return to UEFA Cup action saw skipper on the night Robbie Keane produce the goods, including a dramatic late winner against SC Braga.
There's Lennon.
See coming inside once again, although it's worked for him.
Now Keane. What a finish from Robbie Keane! Brilliantly taken goal. After superb work by Aaron Lennon, Tottenham have made the breakthrough. It's the first time that Braga have conceded at home in Europe this season. And it's a splendid goal as well by Robbie Keane.
Here you can see him coming in the middle. A bit of a lucky break, but a fantastic scoop ball into Robbie Keane. Chest control, bodied into the, well, not quite the top corner, but fantastic technique. Aaron, take him on the outside.
Lennon inevitably cuts inside. Still with Lennon. Parried by the goalkeeper. And that's a second goal for Tottenham. It's Stijn Malbranck Slipped by Paulo Santos, he couldn't hold on, but Tottenham now have their second goal.
His change of direction is just so incredible. The keeper will be disappointed. You have to pair that out for a corner. But his change of pace, change of direction, comes in on his right foot. And there's Malbranc. Finish it with a good left foot shot into the routine. No more than Tottenham deserve.
Pinto. It's a penalty. Gardner's challenge on Diego.
I think that's a soft penalty. That's a soft penalty.
A picture of concentration, and Robinson has saved. But Braga have their goal at the second attempt. Paulo Jorge has scored.
A poor penalty, but fortunately falls right back into Paulo Jorge's path and doesn't get the crowd going. That'll get them going, but it really is a soft penalty because when you're coming across at the angle that Diego is coming across at, any contact and you're going to go over.
Castanheira over the free kick. Skipper again, Paulo Jorge has gone forward. He's doing his best to get on that, and they've got an equalising goal. What a turnaround here. Zé Carlos, the Braga hero, really has become a hero as far as the home support are concerned. From 2-0 down, Braga, in a matter of minutes, are back to 2-2.
Got in front of Huddleston, and a good header, but Robinson could have been across there in the near post and deflected away for a corner, but a good header and game on.
Posted forward by Paulo Santos. Back out by Gardner. Here's the corner. Flaggers stay down. Keane is onside. It's Robbie Keane. Tottenham have taken a 3-2 lead. Robbie Keane in second half stoppage time.
Playing on the line, great ball through by Zakora, and a good finish by Robbie Keane. No more than Tottenham deserved because Braga should have been dead and buried. They came back in with two disputable goals in my opinion, and that'll make it slightly more comfortable for Tottenham in the second leg.
A week after the West Ham triumph came another classic, this time at Stamford Bridge in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. A late equaliser denied Spurs a famous victory.
Such quick feet, Defoe. Put it on by Leonard Berbatov! And Tottenham Hotspur are off to an absolute flyer. Defoe played his part, Lennon as well. And Essien simply wasn't tight enough then on Berbatov, who has been scoring so freely lately. Essien. Now Drogba. Lampard's arrived in the box. Shevchenko's in there too. Here is Shevchenko. Oh, and it's there from Lampard. It's got Gali square of him. And now then for Lennon. Oh, and Essien has put it through his own goal. And Tottenham, in the most bizarre circumstances, are back in front. Well, once again, they were fully extended here, but surely he should have dealt with the problem. As Petr Cech came out, he collided with it. Complete misunderstanding between the two. So a chance for Sean Wright Phillips. He was a scorer in the last round against Norwich. Gali get Chelsea all over the place, and it's 3-1. Woeful defending by Chelsea, so completely out of character. Look at the room that Ghali's got here as he races clear and pokes it home. Amazing stuff. Chelsea are 3-1 down. Well, all credit here to Assad Ghali. Took it in his stride and showed great aplomb in tucking it home.
Robin with the kick, that was Bella. Drogba was in there, and Lampard! 2-3. That was Drogba. Kalou! And they've done it. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Drogba's header, Kalou's finish.
Chelsea's third goal, number 21.
Below par they might have been, but they remain such a danger as a wounded animal.
There won't be another team probably scoring 3 goals at Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We did that, and then Anthony Gardner, who's probably our best header, went on, and after one ball contact he did his knee and he couldn't jump anymore, and that is what he showed with the third goal, because Drogba had a header and Kalou scored a 3-3, so they came back to White Hart Lane.
With a 1-goal lead from the away leg, Spurs needed at least a draw against SC Braga to ensure progression to the quarter-finals of the UEFA Cup.
So Andrade will take it, right-footed, whipped in, flicked on, and it's an own goal. Well, I think it came off Didier Zakora or maybe Tom Huddleston, but Cherney was beaten. Flicked on by Malbronk, but so too are the fans. It really was a superb move involving Robbie Keane and Dimitar Berbatov. The applause from the Paxton Road crowd. Martin Yole and Chris Hughton celebrate. It really was an exquisite volley. The crowd, to a man, come to their feet. So it's going to be Andrade with the free kick. He's gone for it, and it's a fine strike. Wow, that really was a fine strike by Andrade. And once again, the Portuguese side have a sense of belief. The ball inside here, Steve Malbronk now. Berbatov, Malbronk's carried on the run, Malbronk's through on goal! Steve Malbronk restores the lead for Tottenham. He got one in the first leg and he's got one tonight too. And Tottenham have restored the lead and they now lead on the night by 3 goals to 2, and it's 6-4 on aggregate.
For the 4th game in a row, Tottenham scored 3 goals, but this win over Watford will be remembered for only one thing.
It's just not quite happening, is it, at the moment? Here's Chimbonda. Oh, Mike Droppaginas! Well, that's the return he wanted, and Tottenham find the breakthrough.
Superb delivery, gets his foot right around the ball. But Genius is just hanging up there, just hangs for that split second, and it's great power, just powers that into the back of the net. Foster's got no chance. You need a little bit of quality, he's got it in abundance.
Watford will have to come from behind. They haven't won White Hart Lane for 12 years. Well, that's going to go all the way in. That is absolutely extraordinary.
We said he's England #1. And he's a #1 goal scorer. Quite unbelievable. Terrible mix-up, but he won't care and they won't care.
I was looking at him and I thought, no, yeah, there's another kick, you know, forwards, and instead of keeping the ball, and he kicked it again, and the keeper was probably telling the defender to leave it, and he left it himself as well, so bounce. Paul likes his kick, because every time we usually tell him that he's got the greatest kick in England, and he probably has it.
No one expected that to happen, and obviously, you know, to beat Ben Foster, you know, he was an excellent goalkeeper and a rival for the England spot was, you know, it was a brilliant moment for him, you know, and he'd scored more goals than me at that moment, at that time, so so it was interesting.
It don't surprise me that he hit that fire, and it was just, all the lads were buzzing, Robbo was buzzing, it was great banter.
Well, one England keeper beats another in staggering circumstances.
He's always got a great strike, great technique. Shittu's got time to header it, they let it bounce, one bounce and in.
Paul Robinson on the score sheet for Tottenham Hotspur. It's Garley, and now Stolteri. Oh, he's found Lennon. Oh, and it's an opportunity for Garley, and Watford's woe is complete.
Foster exposed, he's got no chance.
Such a cool finish from Ghali.
Well, this could be interesting if Smith can get there. He has done, and Henderson will score.
2 days later came the FA Cup replay against Chelsea.
Shevchenko. And again! Oh! Fabulous goal! It's a sensational Shevchenko goal. The Czech, the left-footed shot. Robinson, England's #1, powerless. There's Drogba. Oh, a save! They are scoring some special goals, and Sean Wright-Phillips has just added to Shevchenko's masterpiece with one of his very own. There didn't seem to be that much danger. The chest of Drogba, the first time hit by Wright-Phillips. And in the space of 5 minutes, Chelsea appear to have won this cup tie. Can he keep his concentration? It's Robbie Keane, and Tottenham are back in this quarter-final replay. He's annoyed by Cech kicking the ball away, and there's going to be a card here for Petr Cech, as Keane, in modest terms, celebrates the goal that gives Tottenham a chance.
These are 2 matches against Arsenal, against Chelsea. We were so close and we should have done better, but that is still what you get, you know, with younger players. They have to develop, and next season I expect them to do better, because otherwise we got a problem.
Coming off the back of the international break, a 1-0 home win over Reading secured a 5th straight Premiership win and the first clean sheet in the league since October.
Berbatov coming in off the right-hand side, Aaron Lennon. And Malbranque from the left. Oh, and it's hit the outside of the post. Oh, and Lita's unmarked! He's hit the post! It was a really golden chance, and he knows it. Simbonda to measure it to Berbatov. Lennon taking it on at pace. And Keane has the chance. No, Shuri slid in. Great defending from the left-back. And a touch away from the right-back, Halford.
Great recognition of the danger from Shuri. He was quickly onto Keane before the striker could pull his leg back to shoot.
Penalty, handball. Well, Alan Wiley seemed to take his time. And Spurs certainly asked the question, and the referee said yes.
I think we can clearly see here, Halford. There's plenty of hand on that ball, and I can see exactly why Mr. Wiley's given the penalty kick.
Keane's most recent penalty was against Petr Cech at this end of White Hart Lane. In that FA Cup quarter-final replay, didn't save Spurs then. He puts them in front here. So his run goes on, 8 in 7 now for Robbie Keane.
The win over Reading saw Spurs climb to 7th in the league, and the dream of bringing European football back to White Hart Lane again next season was within reach.
The decisions were not going our way, but we played well. We scored first in the 2nd minute, I guess, and it was great. And we played well. We could control the game, and then he got.
You know that what the referee did, and I never speak about the referee, but this was, you know, unfair against us. It was no penalty whatsoever, and it was, you know, difficult after that to play against Seville and 3 referee, you know.
Less than 48 hours later came an away trip to champions Chelsea.
Carvalho fires one in. Oh, what a magnificent goal by Carvalho! It's taken a defender to show the strikers how it's done. Mido doing well. Oh, well, he very early introduced himself in the most dramatic fashion, Tarek.
Oh, what a great strike that was. Gets himself right up alongside. Mido just touches a nice ball to him. But it's a good save from Petr Cech.
Hopes were high at the Lane for the return visit of Seville.
Was alert. Crafty little touch.
welcome.
And you do after 2 minutes score an own goal. I mean, that was awful, and it was not the first time. So I don't think we will use Timo Bank on the line again, because we did it against Sheffield United, and he was probably not doing what he should do. And for the next times, we probably have to find a different job for him. But it didn't certainly help.
We obviously respected them, and that they was a good side, but we really believed that we was going to do it. And again, maybe got a little bit too excited, pumped up, and didn't start the game the way we had planned to, and we found ourselves 2-0 down.
The whole ground, we were out of luck. I think we tried to do something, and in the end it was just only 2-2. But this is football, and like you say, we have a great run, hopefully, and the next year we can do the same.
I've never played in Europe, and I enjoyed it so much this season. I think we did well. I think we was unlucky to go out against Seville, but I'd say Europe was a highlight for me.
High-scoring games were something the fans were getting used to, and a visit to Wigan Athletic produced another classic encounter.
Awful lot at stake for Wigan in particular. Important, certainly for Tottenham, as they pursue a return to Europe. Zeu trying to find some space by the near post. Beyond him. And then the effort by Matthew Jackson. And then Camara and Heskey. And Emil Heskey finds the net inside a minute. Robbie Keane. Berbatov. Oh, and still! What an equaliser that is! Breaching the 20-goal mark for the season, Dimitar Berbatov.
He's allowed to turn too easily against Matthew Jackson. We said he might have a problem, Jackson, and he just prods it into the goal with his right foot.
Baines. Oh! Wigan are back in front, and Leighton Baines has put them there.
Kilban out of nothing pulls back a wonderful ball in. Dawson heads away clearly, and then Baines goes for a chance. I don't think Robinson could have done much about that. That was fierce, that was well hit.
And here comes Genus. Oh, taken down by the goalkeeper, and Graham Poll points to the spot.
Janus certainly pushes the ball there. Now, we can't tell that easily whether the goalkeeper caught him.
Here's Keane. Goalkeeper never moved. Left flummoxed. And Tottenham find a second equaliser here. Zeu's starting position is interesting.
It is interesting. We used to have a player, he's supposed to be on the pitch, but we used to have a player on the other side of the goal who came round the front. Very hard to be marked.
It's beyond him, but not Kilban. That is a buccaneering header by Kevin Kilban. And for the third time, Wigan take the lead. Now, goalkeeper stranded. It's 3-3 through Robbie Keane. Such presence of mind.
Complete misjudgment of the ball in the air. I think it was Zeu who couldn't get across. That's surely will knock the stuffing out of Wigan. To lead 3 times when you're desperate for a victory.
Spurs welcome back Ledley King for his first league start since Boxing Day, and the North London derby at the Lane served up yet another fantastic game.
Eventually the corner.
Header from Dawson and in for Tottenham! From Robbie Keane! That's how much a Tottenham goal means when it comes against Arsenal!
Well, he was a fitness doubt before this game. Dawson wins the header, Keane flicks it in.
Fabregas dabbing it forward, and there's the equaliser, and it's Kolo Touré. There'll be questions in the Tottenham house. How did that happen?
Well, it was a very late run. He came off the back of Chimbomba, who was marking him. Chimbomba let him go, was almost on the goal line. There he's twisted away on the blind side of Chimbomba. Chimbomba only has eyes for the ball, and by the time they react, it's too late.
It's another very deep one. It's another Arsenal goal. It's Emmanuel Adebayor, and they've come from behind again on hostile territory.
He's once again hung in the air. I think it was Rocha that time that was trying to cope with him. He certainly got above him. No chance, Robinson. Adebayor has deserved a goal.
If it's going to happen for Spurs, it's got to happen right now. Chimbonda. It's in the referee's gift now to blow the whistle. Malbronk. Genius! What a fabulous goal! 94 minutes, 9 seconds, and Spurs have got a point!
Here's the ball, knocked back to him. He's well done. He goes for the ball beautifully, splendidly placed. It's Fabregas who let him run off him, but the shot deserved a goal.
The blossoming partnership of Keane and Berbatov secured 3 points at the Riverside Stadium. The Irishman's 2 goals brought his tally for the season to 21.
Berbatov away from Pogatetz. This is Robbie Keane. It's a brilliant goal for Tottenham. Berbatov and Keane combining brilliantly, and Keane gets his 20th of the season and his 13th in the last 12 matches. What a run.
Ball bounces kindly, gets a little break here, Berbatov, but picks out Keane wonderfully well. Just a simple little pass, certainly made it look simple with the outside of his right foot, just rolls it into the path of Keane. Pretty straightforward chance, I think it's through the legs. I mean, when this ball comes in, is there a threat? Not at all, but what a volley. It's an absolutely wonderful strike from easily the best player in this football pitch.
Space on the far side for Downing. Coming back in on his left. And Viduka! Mark Viduka marks his 200th Premier League appearance with a fine headed goal, and Middlesbrough are right back in it. Here is Viduka. Plays in Yakubu. It's Ledley King with the shot. Oh, well in by George Boateng. Here's Downing again. And Boateng again. And Viduka again! Oh, what a save! Oh, magnificent reaction save from Paul Robinson.
Well, England's #1. Certainly looked like it there.
Genius once more. Lennon makes the run now. Downing for company. Lennon's in here. And Keane! It's 3! Middlesbrough carved apart. And Robbie Keane has scored again. That has surely sealed the 3 points for Spurs.
And it's a brilliant bit of play by Lennon. Little ball in behind Downing here. Tremendous pace, great awareness of where his striker was. Ball's played a bit behind Keane, but he still manages to get enough power to smash it into the back of the net.
Seventh corner, Rochenbach. Pogatetz! His second goal of the season. It's a grandstand finish.
The win over Borough left Tottenham 8th, just outside the UEFA Cup places, but with an all-important game in hand over the sides above them. A late strike from Jermaine Defoe meant relegation was confirmed for his former club Charlton, but prior to that, the Valley was the scene of Tottenham's 100th goal of the season, and who better to provide it than Dimitar Berbatov?
Well cleared. Ledley King. Spurs playing the ball well out of defence. Beautiful touch from Berbatov. It's a run with Kalkouri. He's hammering down on goal, and it's Spurs have the lead. A magnificent finish from Berbatov. The fans cannot believe it. Now Charlton pushing forward. They have to win. Marcus Bent, great skills. Little touch from Zhang. What a fantastic tackle from Dawson. A quality tackle. The timing, absolutely majestic. Alan Pardew cannot believe that wasn't a penalty. The replay make it quite clear the referee was right. Now, Berbatov, a run now from Defoe. Defoe is through. That's a magnificent finish. Jermaine Defoe, 2-0 Spurs, and Charlton are down. They may well be back, but it's 3 valuable points for Spurs in their hunt for a European place next season. 3 points at the Valley.
Spurs then put paid to Blackburn's UEFA Cup ambitions. Jermaine Defoe's second-half strike earning a hard-fought draw.
Good put in there by Gardner. Ball gets played into the area. Benny McCarthy's on hand to give Blackburn Rovers the lead on 32 minutes. It's his 23rd goal of the season. All got played in from the left-hand side. Ledley King misjudged it, and it really was a fine header by Benny McCarthy, who, it's safe to say, has set the Premiership on fire this season. Berbatov. Back to Lennon. Defoe. Didn't go through to Berbatov. Berbatov may have been offside. Dawson. Chimbonda. Spurs asking all the questions at the moment. Keane. Got to make this possession count though. Through to Berbatov. Still Berbatov. Gets a shot in! It's parried by Friedel! And Jermaine Defoe is on hand to give Tottenham the equaliser. 66 minutes gone. That is his 18th goal of the season. It's double figures for him now in the Premiership. Spurs were threatening. Berbatov turns. He did well to get the shot in. Brad Friedel could only parry Berbatov's shot. And Jermaine Defoe did exactly what strikers are there for. He followed it up, and from 3 yards in, Jermaine Defoe was not going to miss that open goal. Chimbonda. Still Chimbonda. Through to Keane. He's allowed to turn. Robbie Keane has hit the post with Brad Friedel beaten. Would you believe it? Chimbonda picked out Robbie Keane. A great first touch. Friedel was beaten. It struck the inside of the post and rebounded into the arms of Brad Friedel.
On to the final day of the season, and the equation was simple. Spurs needed a point to secure European football again next season.
Lovely touch from Berbatov. Delight to watch the Bulgarian. This is Ginas towards Robbie Keane! A wonderful Tottenham goal. Robbie Keane marks his 200th game for the club with the opening goal.
Well, it all started with a wonderful touch from Berbatov here inside, but it's a delightful ball for Ginas. Man City players look for an offside flag to come up here, but certainly no debate about the finish. It's a difficult one, makes a run forward here. Ball comes over his shoulder, spins and smashes it into the net.
Gardner. Nice lead there from Lennon. This is Berbatov. Dropping again, Berbatov! An inspiration for Tottenham Hotspur this season.
So confident, so clinical, and he gets a little bit lucky when he tries a little ball through to Lennon. Noah blocks it, but falls straight back into the path of Berbatov. Picks his spot, slams it home.
Just a little unfair. Ledley King up against Stephen Ireland in the air, but Spurs don't get it away conclusively. Here's Ireland again. Haman. Useful ball in, and Penza! Brilliantly taken by Emil and Penza.
I think it's been great. I think we've done well in Cup, where we didn't do so well last year. We've done well in Europe, and I think if you look at our squad now, I think we're capable of beating the teams at the top, and hopefully we can break into that top four.
When you play to enjoy yourself and to entertain the fans, and I think we can do that because with the player we have, it's easily. But when you look back and you say how many cups did you win or stuff like that, that counts. So I want to win something with Tottenham, and I think we can do it.
Overall, I feel that we did, of course, better than the year before. We score goals, especially the last 5 or 6 months. We are probably the only team over the last 5 or 10 years who did well in Europe and still are in contention for European spot. Because if you think about Everton, Middlesbrough, Bolton Wanderers, every time when they went to Europe, they had a bad season. But we were still in consideration, so that was good. My hopes for next season is to compete for Europe again, but we have to be in the first 6, in the top 6, and hopefully if we can get players like Dimitar Berbatov, if we can have players like Tom Huddlestone, Aaron Lennon, Dawson develop into star players, because that is what you need. We have to get the maximum out of them, and if we can do that, hopefully we can go even to go further on, and yeah, my dream is to compete for the title in the next 2 or 3 years.
An unbeaten run of 6 Premiership matches meant Spurs finished 5th for the 2nd year running. It also ensured the return of UEFA Cup football to White Hart Lane next season.
The only thing for this club is, to be in Europe all the time, because that is what we wanted, and we are too big, to say we are 8th or 9th or 10th in the league, because we are a big club.
Taken goal. Dimitar Berbatov has scored.
The magnificent free kick. Chimbonda, King, Reynolds.